When you have a generational player or one who could actually be a Hall of Famer, especially in his prime, you do not let that man walk. The Blazers right now are pivoting in what most thought would be the Blazers actually trading Dame Lillard to now being open to not only trade the number 3 pick, but also trading Anfernee Simmons or Simons. I always mess that up. However, what does that actually mean? Well, one thing is it actually tells you that, hey, the league values their stars. And if you're an organization that has young stars, especially one like Dame Lillard, you don't just let that walk. The league is telling people, pretty much the NBA is telling people, hey, yeah, no, small markets like Portland do not get players like Dame Lillard on a regular. They just don't. If you look back at it historically, everyone that they actually got that were a big name were at the end of their careers. They've actually developed Dame. Dame has grown there. He's been there 10 plus years. You don't get that many times. And so with this being the case, I think it's actually the right move. Now, is it too little too late? For me, I think it might be. I think even if they put that top 3 pick up for trade and they put Simons up there for trade, I don't think they're going to get enough back. I still think Dame ultimately has to be moved. I think that's the best thing for the Blazers. I think there's no way around it. Dame is 32, I believe. The window for him to actually get that done and for him to actually accomplish what they're trying to accomplish in that time frame, I think it's still just too small. I think it's too small for him to actually do it. Now, that's me saying it. I don't want it to be tongue in cheek, but let's be honest. These are moves that should have been made a while ago. This is a move that should have been made last year when it comes to Dame. Because Simons was actually worth it last year to actually be traded. We actually got to see that. They shouldn't have let go some of the pieces. I think that them letting go Norman Powell was a huge mistake. I don't know what they were thinking. So clearly they didn't have a direction. Now they're trying to actually make amends for it by making these pieces available. I think Dame should still get up out of there. But I want to hear your thoughts. Now, when it comes to who would actually benefit from these particular pieces and who would actually make sense for them, there's a lot of teams that would actually benefit from making that particular trade. I still think, and I made a video on this talking about Kyle Kuzma potentially as one of those individuals who could actually see himself in Portland. I think, with the pieces that with the Wizards now going to a full rebuild, you could see something like a Kyle Kuzma. Heck, you may even see a Bradley Beal make his way over there, which would be interesting. I don't know how that dynamic would work with him and Dame, but it would probably be the best guard he's played with in his entire career. Don't quote me on it. I would say so. I would say it'd be the best guard he's played with in his entire career at Portland. So I think I would put Bradley Beal over CJ McCollum. No question. I'll put Bradley Beal over CJ McCollum. So I could see that actually working. It's one of those things where it probably allows Dame to play the traditional point and while still being able to score, while having a man who could go get a bucket at any time and no one can really stick him in the league. It would be a very interesting dynamic. There's other teams that may be divesting of Celtics may actually take on that and get rid of Jaylen Brown. And so that would be another person who would probably be the best player he's ever played with in a Portland jersey. Heck, James Harden on the move. I don't know how that would actually work, but I mean, this just goes to show you that, hey, there's options out there for this number 3 pick and for people to actually rebuild. Like if the Chicago Bulls, my town, if you all have been sticking around, like if the Chicago Bulls decided that they were going to actually go younger and stuff like that, it could be something that they could actually do. They could actually be in trade talks with them. But I think that the Bulls would probably be in talks to acquire Dame, not anyone else, and definitely not the number 3 pick. I don't see that actually working, but I hope not. Good Lord, I hope not. But you know what? Stranger things have happened. However, this is just to go to show you that Dame Lillard is actually the Portland Trail Blazers are trying to get him some help. They're trying to do their best to actually entice and keep him within a Blazer jersey. And I think that's in the best interest of that organization. I do not see another star coming there for a very long time should they allow him to walk. Any other star that comes about will probably be someone who just has to develop the same way they did him. But the chances of you finding another Dame or getting another Dame in that situation are slim to none. You got to think about it. Dame is considered a top 75 player. It's over 5,000 people who have played. Well, nearly 5,000 people who have played. You got to put that into perspective. You're talking about the top 1% of the 1% in that particular league, and Dame's a part of that. To think that you're going to get another player or develop another player like that, the chances are almost slim to none, even in the NBA. So Let's just be real. But again, what are your thoughts? Is it too little, too late? Is are the Blazers just kind of grasping at straws, or is this real and legitimate? It could be something that entices him to stay and entices them to compete there. I want to hear your thoughts. I'll be in the comments with you as well. Till next time.